I'm Rick Shaw, and this is what I do. There's no rehearsal, no pretending, no choreography. Just real steel, full speed, full contact, combat. Hey, I'm Rick Shaw. I'm here for Full Metal Jousting. I want to be a Full Metal Jouster because I have always done things that have been unique, different, extraordinary, and dangerous. When I was a kid, I would go snake hunting with a bow and arrow. I joined the Marine Corps when I was 17, volunteered for a recon unit because I wanted to do the things that were different, that you couldn't do anywhere else, things that you could only do in the military. I was sent to sniper school, I went to winter warfare school, mountain warfare school, jungle warfare school, all of the things that you can't just go out and do by yourself. But I loved doing that. And I want to be a Full Metal Jouster because I think this is going to be the most unique, the most dangerous thing that I've been able to do. I am currently employed in the commercial real estate industry, but I'm also the fencing coach for 2 high school teams here in the Georgia area. When I was 6 years old, my father bought me a pony. We lived in a converted garage behind my grandmother's house. And Stony the pony lived in our front yard for a long time. So I learned to ride bareback, which is the only way I knew how to ride. I didn't realize it at the time, but I don't think we could afford a saddle. So all we had, it was the bridle, and we rode bareback. That's how you learn to ride the horse. I also, when my wife and I were first married, we owned a quarter horse and a Arabian thoroughbred mix. That was a high-strung horse that took a lot of work to control. He always wanted to run, never walk. Even when we were out on the trail, it was just, let's go run. When I was in the Marine Corps, I also did some bull riding. A friend of mine and myself went out to a private ranch and took some classes and got to ride some bulls. That was an exciting and unique opportunity that I had. Okay, the skills that I can bring to this competition. I volunteered for the Marine Corps when I was 17. I got to do all of those unique things that I talked about. But I also was successful in that I never gave up. I never quit. I was promoted sergeant within 2 years, in less than 2 years of being in the Marine Corps. So I ended up as a 19-year-old sergeant in the Marine Corps, leading a recon team. I've been fencing for about 10 years. I'm currently fencing coach for 2 high school teams. Fencing is a sport of distance, timing, speed, and point control. And I think this translates into jousting extremely well. You have the same types of dynamics going on. You have to be able to judge the distance between yourself and your opponent while both are moving at tremendous speed. The timing of getting your point on the target to deliver maximum impact. I've also fenced against and trained with Olympians and world champions, and I've never gone into a bout thinking that I couldn't win. Okay, so what are some of my passions? My greatest passion for the last 30 years has been my wife. I was a blind date for one of her friends. Well, it turns out the girlfriend didn't like me very much. But by the end of the night, or the end of the day, after their trip to Magic Mountain, she slipped me her phone number and said, call me sometime. We got married a couple of years later and have been married for the last 30 years. She knows how much this competition means to me. We had planned on going to Africa in October for our 30th anniversary. And when we got this opportunity to be on Full Metal Jousting, she knew what it meant to me, and she knew how much I wanted to participate. She knew that I had a pretty good chance of winning too, that I wasn't going to just go into this for fun and for the experience. So she agreed to postpone our trip so that I can participate in this show. Some of my other passions are we like to travel quite a bit. We've been to Tahiti, France, Holland, Germany, Spent almost 2 weeks in Israel, had a great time, and we all just came back from a trip to Panama with some other kids from the fencing club. We also love all these food shows, you know, the Food Network, Top Chef Masters. Love to watch those things and love to eat good food. Okay, and then you asked about what do my friends think of me, and I've never really thought about it or cared very much what other people thought about me. Some of the people that I hang around with, they like my sarcasm, my sense of humor. They enjoy competing against me because I'm always up for a good fight. And besides, I'm sure that all my friends just think that I'm great, or else they wouldn't be my friends, and they're not my friends. But I think a lot of the people at home, a lot of people involved with this show are going to be surprised at the toughness that I can bring to this competition. So you give me a chance and I'll give you a good fight.